Hey, Skull Nation. What's up, you purple-blooded maniacs? This is your die-hard Vikings fan coming at you hot from the frozen tundra. And oh man, do I have a scoop that's got my horns tingling. Imagine this. With just 4 games left in this wild 2025 ride, our boys in purple aren't hitting the brakes. They're flooring it, stacking the deck with fresh blood to charge into the playoffs or at least finish strong. We're talking a sneaky, under-the-radar signing that's got GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah playing chess while the rest of the league plays checkers. Stick with me because today's Vikings news drop is all about a linebacker who might just be the special team spark we need to light up US Bank Stadium. Who's ready to dive into this? Hit that like button if you're as pumped as I am. Alright, let's set the scene. It's December, the air's crisp, and the Vikings are battling through injuries like warriors in Valhalla. We've got 4 tilts left against some beasts and depth. That's the name of the game right now. Enter Josh Ross, a 26-year-old LB from the Motor City, Detroit's own, who's just inked a deal to join our practice squad. This isn't some splashy trade. It's the smart, gritty move that screams, we're building for the long haul. Kwesi hosted him for a tryout earlier this week, and boom. They were impressed enough to slap that purple jersey on him faster than you can say, skull. According to NFL insider Jonathan Camo, it all went down on Tuesday, and the Vikings official roster confirms it. Tell me, fam, does this feel like the depth charge we needed or what? Drop your thoughts in the comments. But hold up, why Ross? Because in this league, every snap counts, especially on special teams where we've been flagged more times than a ref's bad call this season. Ross brings that veteran edge without the ego, and with guys like Blake Cashman leading tackles despite missing 4 games, we can't afford to slack. This signing is Kwesi's way of saying we're not done fighting. As we gear up for the home stretch, imagine Ross injecting that hustle. Could he be the future's contract gem next month? Skol to that. If you're loving this Vikings news breakdown, smash subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. Now, let's rewind a bit on this guy's journey. It's got that classic underdog vibe that makes you root harder. Josh Ross rolled out of Michigan after grinding from 2017 to 2021, where he balled out enough to snag third-team All-Big Ten honors in his senior year. Fun fact, he crossed paths with our own J.J. McCarthy during McCarthy's freshman days. Talk about purple destiny. Undrafted in 2022, he latched on with the Ravens as a free agent, bouncing on and off their practice squad like a yo-yo in 2023. But preseason 2024, they cut him loose, and man, that lit a fire. Fast forward through the grind, Ross stuck around Baltimore for 2.5 seasons under John Harbaugh, soaking up that Ravens intensity. Then, October 2024 hits and he's waived. Enter the Seattle Seahawks in 2025 free agency. They scooped him up, but summer cuts were brutal, leaving him on the market for 3 long months. That's NFL life, right? The highs, the lows, the endless workouts. But here's what gets me hyped. Ross ran a 4.79 40 heading into the draft, showing speed that turns heads. What do you think, Vikings faithful? Could this reunion with Michigan ties spark something special? I'm all ears in the comments. And let's not gloss over the stats that make Ross a sneaky good fit. In 3 NFL seasons, he's racked up 11 career tackles, all on special teams, where he's logged a whopping 419 snaps. 0 defensive reps? Yeah, that's his story so far, but in a league where special teams can swing games, that's gold. We've been plagued by penalties on returns this year, but last weekend? Clean as fresh snow. Ross could slide right in on coverage units, bringing that Detroit grit to keep our return game locked down. Picture it. A big hit on a punt return, crowd goes wild. Doesn't that fire you up? Share if you're visualizing that skull chant already. Shifting gears to the big picture. Adding Ross beefs up our off-ball linebacker crew in a way that's got me grinning ear to ear. We've got Blake Cashman anchoring things, leading the team in tackles even after sitting out 4 games early this season. The guy's a beast, pure and simple. Then there's Eric Wilson, who's having a career year that's damn near Pro Bowl worthy. Expect him back in purple next offseason. No doubt. Don't sleep on Ivan Pace Jr., our homegrown hustler who's flying around like he owns the field, or Austin Keys bringing that fresh energy. And on the practice squad, Sione Takataki's been solid, holding it down. Now Ross joins the party, giving us that extra layer of depth as injuries pile up. It's like Kwesi's building a linebacker fortress, unbreakable, unrelenting. Who's your favorite in this group, Skull Fam? Hit the comments. I want to hear your hot takes. Imagine the huddle. Cashman barking orders, Wilson with that veteran savvy, Pace Jr. scheming chaos. Ross, he's the wild card, ready to elevate special teams from good to great. With 4 games left, every practice rep matters, and this move screams preparation. We've cleaned up penalties lately, but Ross could be the insurance policy that keeps us penalty-free down the stretch. What if he forces a fumble in a do-or-die moment? Chills, right? Let's talk. Do you see him sticking around long-term? Okay, Vikings Nation, time to geek out on the scouting tape because Ross's profile is straight fire. Back before the 2022 draft, Pro Football Network's Oliver Hodgkinson dropped this gem. Underrated linebacker with a complete game. Instinctive, quickly reads plays, and fires to the action. At 6 foot, 230 pounds, he lacks that classic size, but what he brings. Tremendous range, sideline-to-sideline speed, and a violent closing burst that turns tackles into highlights. Hodgkinson nailed it. Ross plays with attitude, driving shoulders through opponents like a freight train. He changes direction on a dime, uses his hands smartly in pursuit, and stays disciplined in coverage, zone or man. He's redirecting to the ball like a magnet. Never mind the undrafted tag. This guy's got starting potential in a 3-4 setup if coached right. And get this, he's an impact run defender who holds his own in pass pro. Sound like a Vikings fit? I'm nodding so hard my head hurts. Tell me your scouting thoughts below. That terrific closing burst Hodgkinson raved about? It's the kind of trait that could turn a broken play into a stop for our D. Ross isn't just depth. He's a project with upside, especially on special teams where we've needed that edge. 3 years later, and those words still ring true. Underrated, violent, productive. Kwesi sees it, I see it, and deep down, you know it too. If Ross gels in practice, could we see him elevated for a game? The suspense is killing me. What's your prediction, fam? Wrapping this Ross deep dive, let's talk fit. Special teams ace, Michigan Wolverine with McCarthy ties, and a bio that screams resilience. In a season where we've battled injuries and penalties, he's the quiet reinforcement that could pay dividends. 4 games to go, and the Vikings are stacking the squad like pros. This isn't flashy, but it's football smart, pure Kwesi magic. Loving how this bolsters our LB room? Give it a thumbs up and let's keep the energy rolling. As we close out today's Vikings news extravaganza, think about it. Ross on the practice squad means more competition, more fire in practices, and maybe a futures deal that pays off big next year. We've got the pieces, Cashman leading, Wilson shining, Pace Jr. disrupting. Add Ross's special teams savvy, and we're primed for whatever the final stretch throws at us. Skol to the grind, to the purple pride, and to never backing down. What's got you most excited about this signing? Spill in the comments. I read every one. Alright, Skol Nation, that's your fix of fresh Vikings updates. Straight fire, no fluff. If this got your blood pumping, do me a solid. Like this video, drop a comment with your Ross hot take, subscribe for daily doses of purple passion, and share with your fellow Vikings diehards. We're in this together, chasing that Lombardi one Skol at a time. Until next time, keep the faith, go Vikings!